I saw this show. It's in the second season now on Prime. It's called Fallout. When I see that, I see like billionaires and people like Mark Zuckerberg building those underground bunkers. And my wife messed around and saw another movie called Billionaire Bunker. It was a show. I think it was a French show. It was dubbed English, but however. But man, Mark's just trying to be closer to home.
But speaking of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg is upping and leaving California. He's just bought a multi-$100 million house in Florida, which has now been nicknamed the Billionaire Bunker. And it's because there's pressure mounting in California to...
This is no lie. I haven't watched this at all. I haven't watched it. And you see what he called it, the Billionaire Bunker. I have not watched this at all. This is I literally took the clip and I started playing it.
Implement a one-off 5% wealth tax on everyone with a net worth of over $1 billion. Now, for Mark Zuckerberg, that would cost him a small $11 billion in tax. And I just don't understand these left-wing states, especially in the United States, where you do have competitive tax between the states. California is simply just going to lose all of Silicon Valley, lose all of their wealthy people that pay the lion's share of the state's income tax. This is going to backfire massively.
I just love the irony here that Zuckerberg is a Democrat-supporting person who just doesn't want to live under Democrat policy. So he's up and moving.
Though he did come and kiss the ring with Trump after the election and all that sort of stuff. There does come a point, no matter how left-wing you are, that you're always going to back the horse named self-interest. And we were going to do it last night. We didn't get to it, but there was a story floating around yesterday, sort of along these lines, where because the Super Bowl was played in California this year, what California does in terms of their income taxes is they don't just levy you on the money you've made in the state. They levy you based on how long you've spent in the state and what the entirety of your wages are. So players who rocked up to the Super Bowl and spent the week there, in one example it was 7 days a player had spent there, they had to pay tax not on the 187 grand that they received for playing at the Super Bowl, but on the money they had earned through the entire year. And there are players who played in the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl on Monday who have to pay more in tax to the Californian government than they earned from winning the Super Bowl.
That's insane. They're going to tax you on how much money you made that year? 7 days? See, we wonder why these athletes now go broke, bro. Like I don't understand how California still has some of these professional teams like this. I don't understand that. These guys can't be making money on these professional teams in California because their tax bills are freaking crazy. I wouldn't live in Cali and if I was playing sports. I wouldn't even go. They would literally. I would tell them I'm not playing in California. It doesn't make sense. You end up at the end of the day paying more in taxes than you paid for all the other places that you played in. The weather ain't that good, bro. It just really ain't.
Doesn't tell you how insane this taxation policy is. Nothing will.
Oh, shoot.
Speaking of...
Hold on. Ooh, Ooh. Oh, let me see. Let's go.
The 187 grand that they received for playing at the Super Bowl, but on the money they had earned through the entire year. And there are players who played in the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl on Monday who have to pay more in tax to the Californian government than they earned from winning the Super Bowl.
All right, cool. You know what? I think I cut it right there because he starts going into a completely different topic that's not even relevant to this. But at the end of the day, I can see why he's moving, man. Cali has some of the worst tax situations that I've seen ever before. Ever. I've never seen anything like that before.